member for Lennox and Eddie.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm presenting a petition today, quite a large petition as you can see from the pile on the table beside me, regarding Marc Emery, the leader of the British Columbia Marijuana Party, who has been arrested, is facing deportation to the United States. The petitioners draw the attention of Parliament to a number of pertinent facts. I won't go through all of them, but I think some are relevant here. Marc Emery's activities, the ones for which he is being extradited, involve selling viable marijuana seeds over the internet. It's worth noting that these activities were approved by Health Canada's referral of medical marijuana patients to his seed bank. It's worth noting as well that courts, in ruling on this subject, Canadian courts have ruled that a $200 fine is an appropriate punishment for this kind of activity, as opposed to extradition to a country where he can face potentially life imprisonment. And finally, it's worth noting that under the Extradition Act, the petitioners point out the Canadian Minister of Justice shall refuse to surrender a person when that surrender would involve unjust or undue or oppressive actions by the country to which he is being extradited. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Presenting petitions, the Honourable Member for Vancouver East.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and I too have a very big stack of petitions to present, about 4,000 petitions, along with other colleagues in the House who have received a similar number. And these are petitions from Canadians across the country who draw to our attention a matter of great urgency concerning the U.S. call for extradition of Mr. Marc Emery, as we've heard just earlier. Many dedicated individuals have collected approximately 12,000 petitions reflecting a strong belief that Mr. Emery or any Canadian should not face harsh punishment in the U.S. For selling cannabis seeds on the internet when it is not worthy of prosecution in Canada. And the petitioners call on Parliament to make it clear to the Minister of Justice that such an extradition should be opposed. So I'm very pleased to present this. I think it's a very strong reflection of Canadians' view on this matter, and we hope that the Parliament of Canada will act on this, and certainly the Minister of Justice will take this into account. Thank you.
Presenting petitions, the Honourable Member for Vancouver South.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I join my previous two colleagues with respect to this petition regarding Marc Emery. I believe there is a certain degree of unfairness that's inherent in the process that's been used to deal with him, and these petitions urge the Minister to not, the Attorney General, to not surrender Marc Emery to the United States for extradition. And while I come from British Columbia, former Attorney General and former Premier of British Columbia, I have certain sympathies with Mr. Emery, not because of what he did, but because I believe that the process that was used to arrest him and punish him wouldn't have been done in the case of Canadian authorities wanting to arrest him and punish him. And I believe that because of that unfairness, the Minister of Justice is urged by the petitioners to take another look at it. Thank you.
The Honourable Member for Skeena Valley.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have a petition with some dozens